Don't panic.
Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Go! Go! Saturday Starship. Saturday
take pictures and I'll say hello, good morning and welcome aboard the Starship. And we're on a slightly wobbly orbit this week because I can promise you that we're going to put on a show for you today that you might just be telling your grandchildren about. It could just be that brilliant. But before we do anything else, let me introduce you to somebody who is an overnight star. This right here is Polly. Polly's 30 and Polly happens to be not only the champion talking parrot of Great Britain but the champion talking bird, beating miners and budgerigars and what have you into second place. So let's just see if we can say morning. Hello. What's your name? Well, it's early yet, isn't it? I'll tell you what, I do know from Mrs. Cooper, Polly's owner.
Stop it.
I haven't started yet.
Is anyone there? Sydney? Sydney? Come on, Sydney, I think I know where we are.
Are you sure?
It's most extraordinary. People just beamed up. But Sydney, over here.
I don't recognise this place at
Lovely
all.
to see you,
How do
anyway.
you do?
Mind?
Sydney. Yes, I'm here. I'm always here. This is Sydney.
Sydney. I'm Sydney. Lovely
How
to
do
see
you
you.
do?
Well done, Sydney.
Can I just say that you're leaking all over the studio?
Sorry?
You're leaking all over. You're leaking all over me.
Look,
can you just stop it?
Sorry,
Will you just stop it and wait for a minute? Because we're broadcasting down to earth.
I don't think I've got a minute to spare, actually. I'm sorry.
What? I know what I'd like to tell them to do.
Stop it.
Yes, stop it. I think we better go across the spaceship to the lounge and find out from... But it's something to do with the sale of British Telecom shares, I'm sure of it. Find out what else is on the show.
Well, with this lot on board, it looks like it's going to be a unique flight today.
Yes, we have some rather interesting people. Are we talking to some members of a group? They're called the Dangerous Sports Club, and they do some really weird and wonderful things, like jumping off bridges like this just for fun because they happen to be there. There he is, bouncing down. Now, he's actually doing it on a thing called a bungee. Isn't a person, it's a big elastic band. And they just drop in for tea with friends. Practically civilised.
My goodness, that looks pretty dangerous. And the saner side of this week comes with our welcome guest, pop superstar Alvin Stardust with his new single called...
So near to Christmas, I can picture Christmas Day, so full of memories, but this year it won't be.
And even with Alvin here, we still have more lunacy with the return of our friendly nutter, Wilf Lunn.
The idea of this is that you go up to the baby, right? You're not a baby, I know.
No, he hasn't got babies.
And you go up to them like this and you go, jingle, jingle, jingle. This is for sloppy food. You go, jingle, jingle, jingle. And you look up, don't you?
Yes,
And then with the sloppy food, you go...
Oh, his zaniness, with an appearance, a very special appearance, from a superstar who's created an amazing track, Bob Geldof.
And more from Bob on what is achieved a little bit later. We've also got with us Dave and Noddy from Slade. They're a new single. And auctioning off their gold disc. The proceeds of which will go to the Ethiopian appeal.
Brilliant! We've got some cartoons for you too. And to set us on our flight, in true sparkling Starship fashion, there's some sparkle. We've got an exclusive from the world of movies. Now, in about 10 days' time, on the 14th of December, there's a brand new movie opening made by the creator of the Star Wars films, George Lucas. Now, it's all about those wonderful furry creatures who we first met in Return of the Jedi, called the Ewoks. And their feature film that they star in is called Caravan of Courage. Now, we have an exclusive that we're delighted to show the first UK TV airing of the Ewoks and what they get up to.
Janiiletek, ekra sodu. Acha? Acha. Gunda, wicked. Gunda.
Yeah.
Wicked. Reach Claire.
Kus Claire. Ben!
Leave me there. Yeah, wicked. Gunda, take to three. Tak.
That was Michael Jackson in Thriller. And we've had hundreds of letters from you saying, can I dance with Michael Jackson? Can I meet Michael Jackson? Can I be in Thriller? Well, we're going to be in Thriller. I'm going to teach that little bit of dance that we've just seen, and you can join in with me and we can all be in Thriller. Now, it's quite tricky and I've got to go through it really quickly, but it's great fun. And remember that we're zombies all the time, so we've got this strange look on our face. It starts off with a hopping step. Hop step, it goes hop step, hop 1, 2, 3, like a zombie. Hop step, hop 1, 2, 3. Bring your leg in and shake your hips. 1, 2, up, down, up, down. Now, next bit, shoulders. Bend your knees and shake your shoulders and then point up to the side and do the same thing, but just point a little bit to that way. Now we're going to do the Michael Jackson zombie walk. You know the one. With the hands like that, it walks 1, 2, up, down, staying on the spot, face the other way and face that way. Now go back and walk in this direction again, so you're back where you started. Up, down, up, down. Now do a big jump in the air and then shake your arms over and shake up and down, just like a rag doll. Let's do that bit again, because it's quite tricky, but it does get easier. Start off with a hop, step, hop, hop, walk, 2, 3, hop, step, hop, walk, walk, walk. Leg in, hip, hip, up, down, shoulders. 1, 2, 3, up to the side. 1, 2, 3, out to that way. Walks, walk 1, 2, leg up, down, up, down, up, down. Going the other way. 2, up, down, up, down, up, down. Jump up and shake yourself down and up. Going on. Now, lean into this hip and then you just open your arm across and back, across and back. Do exactly the same thing, but you jump round, turn to face the back. Out, cross, out, cross. Face the front again and point up to the star, sort of across you over there. Bring your arm down, bend it, and shake your hips around in a circle. Now, shake your hips but move your heels at the same time, and then do exactly the same thing, but with your arm pointing to that star. Now, pull your hands like that. Pull one arm in the other direction. Wait for a little bit while you think about it. Round in a circle, on yourself, look back, and then walk off into the distance. All right, now we're really going to try this with the music, with Michael Jackson giving us a lead in. It's Thriller. Come on, join in with me. Are you ready? Come on, Michael. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips. Up, down, shoulders. Up. 1, 2, 3, point. Walks. Down, 2. Are you joining in? Jump and bend down. Now hips open to the back. Point to that star. Hips, 2, 3, 4 with the arms. Pull. One hand. Wait, 2, 3, 4. Look back to me. Up into the distance. 'Cause this is Thriller. Yeah!
Nice one. I wanted to have a go at that, but I left holding the parrots. I couldn't really. Now, the one you didn't meet earlier on, this is Charlotte, OK? Charlotte is a Panama Amazon. The champion over there, Polly, is, let me see, an African grey, OK? And they actually go together. They both live in the same home with Mrs. Cooper. Let's see if... Because you came 4th, didn't you, in the national talking contest? Hello? Hello? Would you like a cartoon? Yes, that's a kind of a yes, isn't it, I suppose? We'll get them chatting a little bit later on. I know that... Oh,
Stop it.
lovely. Isn't it nice? He's got to stop it off to a T. Anyway, let's have a cartoon. It's a great one. It's where Sylvester gets locked in his house, you see. He gets locked in his house because his folks go on holiday and leave him there. No fun being a pet sometimes. And the only thing he's got to eat is tins, but he can't find a tin opener. Are you there, Cartoon Library?
Cartoon Library here.
Can we have that Sylvester one that I saw
Roger.
during the week? Thank you.
Complying.
Get it on there then, quick.
We have sound. Pictures.
Vi, where did you put my maps?
They're right in your pocket.
Oh, Vi, did you notify the milkman?
Yes, Sam. Sam, are you sure you turned off the gas?
Yes, Violet, I'm sure.
Are the windows all locked?
Yes, Vi. California, here we come. California? They forgot to put out the cat. The cat! I'm the cat! Locked. Dear milkman, gone on vacation. No milk for 2 weeks. No milk for 2 weeks? I'll starve! All I need now is the can opener. Gimme. Get over here. Quick. Gimme. Come on! Oh no.
Coming up from Woody Woodpecker a little bit later on in the programme. But first of all, take a listen to a bit of this single. It's called Dave from the Boomtown Rats.
David called me up yesterday. Everything he loved had moved away. I felt despair come crawling through that phone. I know the feeling, but don't get me wrong. Dave, I've always felt that you were touched by fate. It's never easy, but why throw it away? Maybe you were both chasing this. Flirt with death, but never kiss it. Dave. Oh, I keep dreaming, I set the scene. So what's a survivor? Why so mean? The golden moment, the blinding gleam. It's all over, that's the truth. I see you bleed. I know you feel the squeeze, but please believe. Love you from on your knees to see. get you drunk. But Dave, I've always felt that you were touched by fate. The thing that gets me is the stupid ways. So pick it up and don't put it down. A new story in another town. I see you bleed. I know you feel the squeeze. Time heals. Believe. Then it will seem you dream these things.
That is, that's the Boomtown Rats' new single. It's called Dave and it's just out. And here are two of the gentlemen that you saw a lot of in that video. Bob himself and Simon Crowe. Welcome aboard the Starship, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The band is the same as it ever was, yeah?
As ever.
It's the same
Same as it ever
lineup.
was.
So now let's see. When was your last number one?
God, don't ask. Most of these people weren't born, I suppose.
Yeah. it's sort of like that, isn't it? Because at the end of the 70s, you were definitely the number one band in the country.
Yes.
Right, and then so it's a couple of years since you've had anything in the charts, is it not?
No.
Is it a couple of years?
No, don't be dreadfully unkind.
No, well, apart from things that got to like 23 and that.
Well,
you've been quiet anyway, you've been dormant.
Well, you haven't bought the bloody record.
I haven't bought the record.
We haven't been
That's
dormant.
perfectly true. I did buy one of your albums the once, and I'm not sure where it is now. It's in amongst the collection of things that you think you'll play again some other time, so it won't get thrown
your
out.
collection
Or
of
go
three.
to a jumble sale.
Your collection of 3 records.
3 records, that's right.
See, these people get all their records free.
This is not true. This is not true, especially not of me. I have never had anything free in my life, I promise, and I'm going to buy...
I bought you a drink last night.
You did not.
Oh, you bought me a drink. Oh, that's it. I knew it was something.
The Starship has a bar where we serve soft drinks, but we still have to pay for them. Talking about buying a record, I'm serious. I am going to go out and buy this other one.
Yes,
that
it's
we'll
important.
have a chat about as well. You were both involved in that. Who's going to tell us the story about how it got together? I guess it's more to do with you, isn't it, Bob? Perhaps most people.
Well, I think it's everybody came for the exact same reason. I was just the one who sort of organised it, and basically what it is a collection of all those bands who have been in the charts after us and ourselves, and we got together to make a single for the Ethiopian famine. And I know you've been contributing in the Starship to your own appeal, but please go out and buy this record for Christmas, because it'd be nice if it would be Britain's biggest single ever.
Every penny that passes the counter purchasing one of these, it goes to buy food.
That's
right. The things that they need.
And you can get these T-shirts, and there's a poster with
That's
it.
right.
All right.
There's a lot of people have been asking about these, by the way.
Okay.
Please don't send them into the record company. You can send them to this address in the back of the single if you want to get a T-shirt.
All right.
So go out and buy it.
What a number one, what a Christmas number one that would be.
Yeah, well,
and with Dave at number
we
2,
hope so.
it'd be a great Christmas for you as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, now listen, OK, what we're going to do now is often we say, OK, take a look at a pop video, and we just sort of mean it's going to be there and it's going to be bouncing. But I really do mean treat yourself, settle down, and watch this, OK? Let's take a look at it. You've called the band Band-Aid, haven't you?
Yes.
And the title you've given it?
Do they know it's Christmas?
It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. At Christmas time, we let in light and we banish it. And in our world of plenty,
beam back down to Earth where it's cold and raining. But it's a sort of seasonal exercise we're about to see now. As you know, Christmas is coming along and Santa Claus has a lot of difficulty getting around all the people who want Christmas presents and things. And so he's evolved a new high-speed delivery service. It's called Santa Express, and it's much more efficient than the old-fashioned reindeers and chimneys and things like that. And after the break, we'll be seeing Santa practicing for Christmas.
Saturday.
Welcome back to the Starship Santa Training School. Actually, I fibbed a little bit. That really isn't Santa Claus. That's a member of the Dangerous Sports Club, and he's going to demonstrate a thing called a bungee jump. Take it away, boys. Now, a bungee jump refers to the... There we go. Bouncing down with his elephant and up again. That was wonderful. Now, of course, I think actually a bungee, in actual fact, is the name of that strange rope. He's bouncing up and down there. Hello, Santa, can you hear me? Yes, he's waving his beard. The idea is you jump off that, it's like a big elastic band, he jumps straight down and it bounces him up. Then he's left dangling. Meanwhile, I think we should actually now go back to see what's happening in the Starship.
I told you. And it gets better than that down on Earth as well. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do now. We'll take a look at the old Starship video top 10. Remember, I get you to ring in or else drop us a line and tell us which video you'd like to see on the show. OK, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the bottom 5 in the top 10, if you see what I mean, first of all, and drop down to number 10 from last week's number 4. Remember, we had Chaka Khan. Let's see. We've got 2 new entries, which I'll quickly tell you about. That's Shout, Tears for Fears, who were on the show last week. They're in at number 9. Straight in at number 6 are the Cars, and You Might Think. OK, so that's the bottom 10. Now, what do you think's number 1? All right, have a little think. Remember, we've had Ghostbusters there for a long, long while, and we've had Thriller there for a long, long while, and Duran Duran as well. Let's take a look, shall we, at numbers 5, 4, 3, 2. If we do that, we'll see that we've got Thriller there at number 2. So number 1, what's it going to be? Right, it's Ghostbusters. Ray Parker Jr. and the one that makes you feel good.
Makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Don't get caught alone, oh no. Ghostbusters! When it comes through your door, unless you just want some more, I think you better call Ghostbusters! Ow! Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Think you better call Ghostbusters! Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I can't hear you. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Louder! Ghostbusters! Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Who can you call?
You know, I rather like the food they give you on this spaceship, and I'm particularly keen on the reconstituted syrup sandwiches, actually. And you can choose any filling, but I prefer the syrup sandwiches myself. I wonder, has anyone got any syrup for my sandwich? Does anyone have any syrup for my sandwich? Ah, that looks like syrup. Do you think that's syrup? I think I'll have a go. Yes. Oh, that looks rather nice, doesn't it? Yes, I just... Whoops, I missed it. Oh, yes. Oh, that's rather delicious. Yes, I think I'll try this one. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Sydney, I'd say this looks to be a rather sticky problem, actually.
Yes, I think... What does?
Well, I think we've got it taped, though, don't you?
Yes. I'll have some more. Not quite sticky enough, though.
I think we've got it taped. There won't be any more problems.
Careful what you're doing with that.
Thank you.
I'm just having my tea break. I'm just having my 11th tea. Don't tread on my shoe.
No, right.
I don't want footprints all over my shoes.
Yes, bye. Nice to meet you. Fine. Bye-bye. Yes, lovely. A sticky problem there, I think, that we had. Yes. Oh, it's all fun and excitement on the Saturday Starship today. I'm now going to talk about more serious matters, more mundane things. Like, remember a few weeks ago I talked about a group of scientists who I thought were fairly mad at the time, and in comparison with that lot, they're really quite sane. And they were suggesting, they're trying to prove a theory, that it's possible to actually create life on Mars by bombarding it with all the kind of aerosols and nasty things that we pump out into our atmosphere in order to create an artificial atmosphere, a thing called a greenhouse effect, which eventually would enable small single-cell plants to survive. They produce oxygen, you get bigger and bigger and bigger plants, and eventually you create life on Mars. Wonderful idea, isn't it? Anyway, some people sent in some ideas of what they thought life would be like on Mars, and here are a few of them. They are: I think that Mars is just a planet of mountains and rocks with no vegetation, but I think that creatures live there. And there we are, friendly creatures. Well, one's smiling and one isn't. Now, this is one of my favourites, an intergalactic guard. Wonderful thing, isn't it? Looks like me first thing in the morning. We've got something that looks remarkably like the kind of thing that I would end up cooking, in actual fact. There you are, it's bouncing up and down. Obviously, quite a happy airborne Martian. We've got this one, isn't it? Super. Now, actually, Martians, I don't know if you knew this, but Martians don't, in fact, wear clothes. They're not at all modest. And here we have a naked Martian. This is actually Martian pornography, but we shouldn't show it on television, I know. And this one here, yes, it looks like the producer. Wonderful. Anyway, the people who sent those in will be getting their own T-shirt, a Starship T-shirt. But here's an interesting idea. To make a T-shirt that will change colour according to the weather. Very, very simple to make. You take a substance, or a little powder, called cobalt chloride, which is sort of purpley stuff. You dissolve that into water, so it goes this kind of colour, sort of pinkish colour, and you discover that if you soak a white T-shirt in it for long enough, it'll go a slightly pinky hue. And you think, how very fetching. But the thing about cobalt chloride is that if you expose it to when it's wet, it goes pink. When it's dry, it goes this colour, blue. Now, how can this help you to tell what the weather's going to be like? You're looking very puzzled, aren't you? You really are. No, what you actually do, you see, if you go outside and it turns pink, that means there's moisture in the air, so therefore rain could be on the way. If it stays blue, then it's going to be dry. Wonderful, isn't it? We'll try it out later on. And a quickie now, a rocket-powered boat. Very, very simple. All you have to do is take a washing out liquid bottle, empty, 3/4 full of water, put some bicarbonate of soda into it, and then, so it's all fizzing up, top up the rest with vinegar, put the top on, shake it about, and later on, I'll be demonstrating how you can make a rocket-powered boat. Join me later for that.
Now, what about that one? What do you think of that one? Do you like that one? Hello? Hello? What do you think of that one? Because it's one of Wilf Lon's most interesting... Pretty Polly, can you hear me? Is there anything there? Is there anybody there? Hello? She's the only one he knows.
Stop it.
Stop it. Just splendid. Talk to you later. Tell you what, yes, actually, you remember we had Wilf on the programme a little while ago making all sorts of very intellectual, very intelligent mayhem, as a matter of fact. Well, we've invited him back up aboard the Starship so that he can entertain us once more with his clever strangeness. So I think we'll buzz you across to the science area once again. Wilf.
Right, first of all, I'd like to show you a cabbage that's very similar to the one I showed you the other week that caught butterflies. This one, in actual fact, waits for them to come along. So you've got a butterfly going flitter, flutter, flitter, flutter, flitter, flutter, flitter, flutter, flies along, lands on the cabbage, and the cabbage goes like that, and chews up the butterfly. So you get rid of the butterflies from your garden. We've got here Jimmy modelling the latest tam o' shanter. Now, the thing about this tam o' shanter is, as you can see, it's got safety straps so nobody can steal it. But if you go out when it's raining, right, that happens, you see, which keeps you nice and dry. There you are, Jimmy. Patrick here has got the latest thing for getting rid of mice. Now, you know, if you speak to mice nicely, you say, please leave the house, they'll leave. But if you have a cheese, you can lure them out. But if you've got the secret weapon, which is this, very effective. You go, come on, Micey, Micey, come on, and gradually lower them out of the house. As you can see, the various mice on the floor. She's modelling a device for parting the hair in the centre. This, of course, is the latest giraffe tie. Here we've got a dimple maker for young men. You put it on the face like so and go like that. Smile, smile. There you see, a dimple. This device is for stopping your flying fish escaping. You'll notice it's got a cage on the top, so if the fish tries to escape, like so, see, it can easily be caught again. This one is to stop children sucking the thumb. You go up to the child, like so, the thumb drops down, and you tickle the tonsils with the feathers. Here, we've got a device that prevents children from putting their hands in the pockets so they don't look sloppy. It also stops them scratching themselves when they've got measles. It also keeps them very thin because you can't eat. Try and eat that biscuit. See? Also, they're very smart. You notice the gold cufflinks. Patrick here is modelling the anti-snoring device because, as you all know, you only snore when you're on your back. You can, of course, wear this or sew a marble into the back of your pyjamas. These, of course, are a very useful device for stopping the wind blowing up your trouser leg. They are cycle clips for shorts. And the others. Now, I suppose you're thinking, that's all very well, but what do you do if the dog won't go out when it's wet? That's quite simple. Use this device here. This is a fish lure. It's very scientific. The idea is that big fish are not frightened of little fish, right? So this is a concave mirror. No, it isn't. It's a convex mirror. So the fish swims along and it sees this other little fish in the mirror. Because as you can see, your face looks little. So it thinks, gosh, there's a little fish swimming towards that bait. So the big fish thinks, I'll get there before it, so you catch more fish. Interesting, eh? What do you think of that?
Wilf, can you hear me, Wilf? Wilf, don't go, Wilf. Wilf, if you can hear me, there was a letter that said, is your moustache real? Can you just prove it's real?
Yes.
It is real, it's a smashing moustache. Thanks,
the nose
Wilf.
is false.
Thanks, nice one, nice one. Actually, talking about hirsutery, which is what things growing on your face is, and feathers, which aren't the same thing, in case you've noticed, old Polly here is losing a few feathers. And it's not really because there's anything wrong with him. I'll point that out in case you're worried. It's just that, well, some parrots do it, a bit like people bite their fingernails. Anyway, do you want to say stop it again? It's the only thing You're supposed to sing if I sing magic moments. Shall we try it? Magic moments when two hearts are sharing. On with the show. Something very interesting is going to happen in just a second. Remember the Ethiopian appeal? We had lots of people bidding for the gold disc, which Slade donated from their #1, which was Last Christmas. OK, what we'll do right now for you is give you a listen to their Christmas single this time round. Then we're going to have a rather interesting flip of the coin. But right now it's time for All Join Hands. Go, Noddy, sing.
Join Hands by Slade, and in the Starship this morning we have Dave Hill and Noddy Holder.
Hello.
Welcome again. In fact, we've got something to do with Ethiopia to do at the end of this, but first of all, let's talk about All Join Hands. You've been writing together with Jimmy Lee for ages now, haven't you, Noddy?
Oh, yeah, long time.
How long?
15 years, I think,
Good
from we
grief.
first started writing.
My goodness, do you ever get bored?
Oh, of course we do, yeah, we get bored all the time.
What gives you inspiration?
Well, we have
That
to, well, certainly with this song, people always expect us to bring one out at Christmas, so this was aimed purely for the Christmas time.
But it's great. Well, more than Christmas time, New Year's, really.
New
isn't
Year
it?
as well,
Makes
and
it
the
last longer.
B-side's a New Year's song as well. It's called Here's to the New Year.
Yeah, so if you buy it, you get both.
There we are, value for money. Also, Dave, I love the hat.
Yes, I thought I'd put this new hat on, not seen on TV before.
The last time I saw you, you had a white hat on, all black and white.
That's
the other
right.
way, though.
The other
But
way,
it's
yeah.
fabulous.
But in fact,
Who
it's the
makes
same hat. I keep recovering it.
He's a cheapskate.
Is it all pretty lace and ribbon? Ah, great, brilliant. Anyway, you've been great friends for ages, haven't you, the band? And
Hate him!
Yeah, hate. In fact, you went to America for ages too, which must have been quite strange, actually, going out there. Did it make you stick together more as a band?
Oh, yeah, because we needed a break from all the rest of the world. America was the only country that we really hadn't had any big records in, so we went to live there for about 18 months.
What did you think of it?
Oh, it was great. We've been there this year, actually. We spent 2 months there this year.
Do you
Because we've had
holiday
our
together?
first hits
You
this
do-
year
Holiday
in America.
together?
Brill, well
Yeah.
done, well done. Do you holiday together?
Not really.
No. But you're still good mates, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's great. And the new single is out. What number is it now?
15.
Number 15, in your shops, folks. We all
Selling
join
songs.
hands in your shops.
Great. We've got some old pictures here of you too, because you've got a book out as well.
Yes, called Slade Feel the Noise.
Now, I'm going to show you these pictures. This is what... Now, when was this taken? Can you see? If we can see at home. That's the four guys.
That's us as
When
little
was this
children.
Which one's me?
taken? And we got another one here a little bit later on, because you've gone through some very different styles.
We
haven't
certainly
you?
have. That was our skinhead days.
That was last year, as you can tell.
Yes, yes. So there you go. And it's now into the top hat phase. In fact, you think that punk sort of came from your music, didn't it?
Well, a lot of the new bands that came along in the punk times tell us that they were heavily influenced by us. They came to see us, and that's what prompted them to start a band of their own, yeah?
It's marvellous. You must be responsible for a lot of things. You're also responsible for having a lot of gold discs, one of
Yes.
which you've donated for our Ethiopia
Yes.
fund to be auctioned.
This is David's gold disc, by the way.
Ah.
His own
Yes,
personal
it's my
one.
personal
Your
gold disc.
personal gold
With
disc.
my name on the bottom.
Oh,
Where's the
wonderful.
camera?
Right, well, we're coming to the conclusion of that because we've been receiving bids for ages from these two guys who have been bidding against one another, and it's now £385. We're going to toss a coin. Which one wins? Because you've been matching each other bid for bid.
That's right.
So, Stephen and Mark, welcome to Starship. Have you got the coin?
I've got the coin.
You've got the coin, right.
Right.
Who's heads, who's tails?
I'm heads.
Right.
Yeah, I'm heads.
Your heads.
Okay.
You
Oh,
can't
they're
match
arguing
heads,
already.
right.
Thank you, Mark.
Who's heads, who's tails? Somebody say.
Decide.
Heads.
Heads.
Steve's heads.
Heads,
Your
tails.
And your
Mark's tails. Right, go on, Dave. Toss
Right.
the coin, toss the coin.
Tails.
I'm tails. I'm tails.
Ah, got it. Congratulations, Mark. Thanks
you,
for
thank
your
you.
So it's Mark.
generosity.
Yeah.
Right.
£385 for our Ethiopia appeal. Great. Where are you going to hang it? In your front room?
Of course.
Brilliant.
There
Brilliant.
you are, mate.
Thanks
Thank
so
you very
much,
much. That's
Dave, for donating the record, and thank you, Dave and Noddy, for coming on the
That was
Starship.
a pleasure.
Thank you for
Now,
having us.
let's all join hands. Yeah.
I've been back down to Earth again. An amazing thing, technology, isn't it? And that's why we're doing these silly things with washing up bottles and things like that. Remember, the powered boat, it was an empty washing up bottle, 3/4 full of water, bicarbonate of soda, and add the magic ingredient, which is vinegar. I'll put quite a lot in. Now, the reason why this works is because it's rather like having an upset tummy, and it creates bubbles of gas. Now, you put the lid on tightly like that, shake it, and hopefully a gas will start to develop inside, and it'll go whoosh, and it'll be a wonderful boat. In the meantime, let's look at our shirt. Remember, it was a nice blue colour? Look at it now. Yes, it's gone pink, because, in case you didn't realise, it's raining out here, and we're all very cold and wet. But you're in the Starship, so you're all right. There you are. It's gone all pink. Now, give this a good shake. And the idea is the bicarbonate of the soda and the vinegar combine to create a gas, usually. Now, when I did this last time, it was wonderful. In fact, it was whizzing all over the place. It's not going to work on this occasion, but that's science for you, isn't it? The idea is that it should go and water should whoosh out. Do you ever get those feelings that you should try and do something else for a living instead? Anyway, enough of this frivolity. There you go. What we're going to do now, have a look at our friends from the Dangerous Sports Club doing some more dangerous stunts. Now, of course, the thing to do is not... boat went. Oh, really?
Saturday Starship.
And welcome back to the Starship. We're now about to see some members of the Dangerous Sports Club doing something really rather interesting. But of course, they are nutters. You mustn't try it at home, otherwise it could be very nasty. Have a look at this. There we have Santa going for a quick bounce. Now, the bungee, in fact, that he's bouncing on consists of about 600 very strong elastic bands, which are woven into a very thick rope. And it's the kind of thing they use to arrest Harrier jump jets and aircraft on aircraft carriers. Are you all right, Santa? Anyway, Santa's being lowered down now. I've now been joined by one of Monty Python's finest, Graham Chapman. Now, you are an honorary member of this club, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I don't do the dangerous bits. I just go along and watch.
Now, how on earth did you get involved in it?
Well, newspaper said, what would you do if you had won £1 million in our bingo? And I said I'd give it to John Cleese so he could have a day off. But they thought that, well, it's a bit cruel. But I would go to the mountains. I like mountains, you see. I'd like to go to the Andes. When the next day, I had a call from the Dangerous Sports Club saying, how would you like to come and hang glide over active volcanoes?
And what was your reaction to that?
No to the hang gliding, but I do like mountains, so I went along with them.
Right. Yeah. Now, tell me a little bit about the club. How did it get started?
Well, it started, I think, the first effort really was on Clifton Suspension Bridge, one April the 1st, and they decided they would like to jump off it after a rather heavy party one evening, and so they did the following morning.
Now, you know them fairly well now. Why do they do it?
It's insanity, I think, and they do get some kind of feeling of exhilaration out of it, I believe.
Now, finally, is it really actually dangerous, or do they work out the risks beforehand and try and eliminate as many as possible?
Yes, of course they do, yes. They do work it all out and use computers and things to get the length of the stretch of the rope and all that sort of thing worked out.
OK, we'll be seeing some more of them later on. Meanwhile, back to the Starship. There you go.
Apparently, as well, you can wave Smarties, and Polly says things to that, don't you? What are you doing this Saturday morning? Shall we have Stop It again? Why not?
Stop it.
I can't understand why you say that so superbly every time. He likes being sprayed. It's so well articulated. Have a listen. Have a little listen. It's really well articulated. It's going to be one of those days. It really has been one of those days, hasn't it? Oh, by the way, we're going to send Nigel into the canal to get that detergent bottle as soon as, well, we're ready to break out of orbit. Don't you write to me about that. I spotted that, didn't I?
Stop it.
Right, exactly. Tell you what, on with the music now. Bond's waiting down in the lounge to have a chat with our next guest, but let's have a look at his Christmas single, Alvin Stardust, So Near to Christmas.
So near to Christmas, I can picture Christmas Day, so full of memories, but this year it won't be the same. There's no mistaking, it gets colder every day. So near to Christmas, and yet you're so far away. So many parties that we're both invited to. I won't be going without you. There's nothing I wanna do. No celebrations and no games I wanna play. So near to Christmas, and yet you're so far away. All my friends are calling for, they know I'm on my own. I'll be sitting at home thinking of you, hoping that you will be missing me too. So near to Christmas, and the children count the days. I see their faces and remember when I used to dream that way. My heart is aching because your card arrived today. So near to Christmas, darling, you'll be far
Ah, what a lovely record. And welcome Alvin Stardust to the Starship.
Hello.
Actually, I'm a bit confused, Alvin, because that's your Christmas record, and it's not the same record that's in the charts at the moment, is it?
No,
Number 11. Why is that?
Well, it all went a bit funny. I Won't Run Away was released
Yeah.
and went to 68 in the charts, then went down to 75. So we all went, oops. So we said, right, let's get the Christmas one ready now.
Yes.
So we went in and made the video, and it was ready. And then suddenly the record turned around and shot up into the top 20. So
In fact, it's number 11 now, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's brilliant.
So I was
So
just
when
reading
does-
this bit of paper actually. So the Christmas single's
Yeah.
out now.
Right.
Sorry, I don't like talking about me. I was just reading about this. It says the Ethiopian famine disaster has produced an unprecedented response from the rock industry, with benefit gigs being hastily lined up at a variety of major venues all over the place.
Uh-huh.
And what it doesn't say is, of course, it's also produced an unprecedented response from everybody else.
That's
like
it.
You and you and you
Exactly.
and you and you.
In fact,
which
we're
is
going to be
great.
talking about that. Tommy's going to tell us all about that in a minute.
Is he
Can
doing
we talk
something
about
as well?
You, though, for a minute?
He's not in the rock industry.
No, but we've got
He's
an
a Starship
Ethiopia
driver.
appeal. In fact, we've raised loads of money from everyone sending money in. And things like the gold disc. Slade were auctioning
Yeah,
their gold disc.
fabulous.
And I know that you've got something to do later on this month. In fact, this week, haven't you?
Yeah,
But
Albert Hall.
Yes, we'll tell you that in a minute. Wait. Let's talk about you. We want to hear
Right,
about
sorry.
you. First of all, now, gloves. Now, you're very into gloves, aren't you? These gloves were made for me by a lady called Mrs. Fairy, and I just wanted to say thank you very much also. But you were Glove Personality of the Year
Obviously,
last
for
year,
doing the
weren't you?
washing up in. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I was
were
Glove
you?
Personality of the Year, yeah.
How come you wore gloves always? Because you used to do lots of things, you know, with the microphone.
Yeah, it was a gimmick, really. We
Mhm.
just... I wanted to think of something to do that nobody else was doing in the 70s when I became Alvin Stardust. And nobody was wearing black leather gloves at the time.
Mhm.
So I started wearing black leather gloves. But then everybody started wearing them, so...
There we are. So no more gloves now.
No, you can be Glove Personality this year.
Oh, right, yes, I am, actually. Got that one in. Anyway, also you've been doing lots of things to charity for the Save the Children Fund, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I've got a book out now, which is a great Christmas present if you like horses at all, or ponies and things like that. It's all stories from very famous people, from Paul and Linda McCartney through to Lucinda Green and things like all funny stories. And all the money goes to the Save the Children Fund.
Marvellous. And you've done a track called Save the Children on your 12-inch.
On the Christmas
single,
12-inch,
haven't you?
yeah.
Marvellous. So all that.
August the
Also,
7th,
Go on.
I mean, December the 7th, Albert Hall, loads of people are going to be there, Rick Wakeman. I'm also going to be at Sheffield on the 11th of December, and the Human League are going to appear. So if you're around and you've got some spare money, if you haven't
And
got
that's
any
all
spare
in
money,
aid of Ethiopia?
I'll lend you some. Yes.
So marvellous concerts to go and see Alvin and everyone else.
Sorry, I'm squeezing
Should
all
be
this
great
in.
fun. No,
Yeah.
do. This is what we want to hear. And we're actually going to go over and hear more about our Ethiopia appeal from Tommy. But in the meantime, thanks ever so much,
And
Alvin.
good luck
and
with
good
your
luck.
appeal, it's great, yeah.
Yeah, good luck to everyone. See you. What's Tommy up to? Where are you?
Right, I'm at the desk about to introduce you to 3 young people who've also been beavering away on the Ethiopian appeal. It was invigorating when it started. Everybody's interest and concern about what's happening over there. It's quite heady now, is the way I'd put it. Come in here, you 3, and let me introduce you to people down there on Earth. This is Elizabeth Hawkins, Claire Whittle, and in between them, Alan Ovington. Elizabeth, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you got up to at your school, and then present me with one of the fattest cheques I've ever seen.
Well, Mr. Birch, our headmaster, he started a collection off around the school to raise money for Ethiopia. We raised £80 in 4 days, and as we're the top class in the school, Miss Houghton, our teacher, said we could probably do a bit more than that, so we decided to have a sale.
Right.
And we elected our own committee, and Alan and Claire were the publicity, and I was voted secretary.
Right. So you were actually sort of top of the tree on this one. All right, now then, can we have a look at the cheque that you've managed to send in? Let's see if we can actually... I don't know if we can... I don't need to say that amount. I bet we can't actually see it. I bet we can't. I bet we can. It's a magnificent effort from young people, I think. That amount there from young people beavering away. Thank you very much indeed, everybody, for doing that. Nice, good. A real cheque. I keep that now, don't I? Thank you for that. Doesn't have to be a cheque that big, though. Let me do a couple of quick thank yous to give you an idea of ways in which people help. Ricky, Kelly and Stephen Kay gave up their sweet money and sent us the £2 for people in Ethiopia. Terry Duffett went upstairs and got £2 from Terry's money box. Then her 5-year-old sister, or his 5-year-old sister, I'm not sure, went and got 50p. Then a little while later, the 2-year-old youngest sister came downstairs with her china piggy and took out 50p. It's very important to say thank you to everybody who's donated like this. £1 came from Kylie Cameroon, who lives in Dover, who tidied her room and her mum gave her £1. So there's lots of ways you can help. Adults have been helping too. I want to thank the staff at the Manor Hotel in Meriden in the West Midlands. They raise money by doing fairly loony things like a bed push and a 24-hour pool marathon. And the first instalment of their cheque, of their money, is something like £350. So thanks to them as well. I expect you're wondering roughly how much all this pocket money and what have you amounts to. The total to date is £26,329 and 47p, and it's still going up in 50p and pounds and what have you. But let me remind you as well that things haven't even really flattened out in Ethiopia. If anything, things are getting worse. And the problems that they've been facing there for some time now are beginning to affect some of the other countries in that territory. So, as much help as can possibly come from people like maybe yourselves is greatly needed. Remember, if you want to send a cheque or a postal order, there's an address to send it to, and that address incorporates who you should make the cheque or the postal order out to, OK? The Starship Food Ship Appeal, that's what we are. Cash ought to go in a registered envelope, and the address, P.O. Box 96, Birmingham B1 2JL. OK. Let's change things slightly. Now, I promised you a Woody Woodpecker a little bit earlier on. I think we'll do that in just a second. The one I've got in mind is this one where he goes... Why do I always spoil it for you? He's going fishing. Cartoon Library.
Cartoon Library.
Get that Woody Woodpecker on the screen, if you would. Sound, please.
Roger.
And pictures.
Complying.
My name's not Roger.
We have sound.
Boy's a fool.
Pictures.
Each weekend, thousands of work-weary city folks head for the seashore, forget their troubles, relax in the sun, and maybe catch a few fish. I've been sitting here 4 hours without a nibble. I don't believe there's any fish in this crummy ocean.
I-ho, tra-la-la-lum.
Is only a small part of the kind of work they do, because they spend a lot of time preparing for these things, making sure that things are absolutely safe. Well, nothing's... They make sure that they iron out all the problems. They work out the stretch factor, for instance, on their bungees, their elastic ropes, in order to make sure that they don't go too far down and hit the ground. So something that you mustn't try at home, because...
We haven't started yet, he's only practicing. Move in a bit, stand by.
Well, welcome back down to home base here on Earth. We've been seeing some very exciting stunts today from the Dangerous Sports Club, but of course what you've actually seen here is only a small part of their work. They spend a lot of time preparing, making sure that things are as absolutely safe as they possibly can be. Now, so of course you at home mustn't try any of these things at all. They're far too dangerous. We're now going to see a first. Conrad Freeman is now going to jump from his 200-foot crane with a parachute. The very best of luck to him. Take it away, Conrad. He's got no safety nets at all. First time anybody has actually jumped with a parachute and is hopefully going to go down 200 feet onto the ground. There he goes. Very well done. Conrad, very well done indeed. That was excellent. Why on earth do you do it?
Well, it's a dirty, thankless job, but someone's got to do it.
Right, so we can't expect Santa dropping in for Christmas there, can we?
Just getting into practice.
Right.
It's the reindeers next time.
Lovely. And of course, don't try it at home. They're all nutters, but you mustn't do it. Back to the Starship.
Nigel walked into you.
Oh, shit, was it me? Oh, bugger, you're right.
It's all right, yes.
I got a swordfish! I better knock him out. Huh?
What?
He can't fool me this time. How you like that, Woodpecker? Yikes! Uh-oh, the fish are jumping.
I caught Minnie the Mermaid. She's beautiful.
Close your eyes and I'll give you a big kiss.
Yeah.
Yuck, what a kisser.
It's that pesky woodpecker.
That was a close call, mister. I saved your life.
All I wanted was a little peace and quiet and catch a few fish.
Why didn't you say you wanted some fish?
Obviously. What's not so obvious, though, is that you're about to be entertained by a group of people who've been popping in and out of your lives for the last hour and 6 minutes or so. The Natural Theatre of Bath. Remember where you saw them first. And the gentlemen are now going to perform for us a piece from Paganini?
Correct,
From Paganini,
Tommy.
and it's called The Admiral's Variations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Quite outstanding. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen down there. Congratulations. See you soon again. Good, wasn't it? Ah! No. Talk to you a little bit later on anyway. Quick competition result. Question we set 2 weeks ago, it was, can you name the producers of Bananarama's stuff? The answer was Swain and Jolly. Fans of the band would know that. And there are 6 winners, and they all received this special video, which is sort of a greatest hits of all their videos. There were 6 winners, and I'll bung them on the screen dead quickly so that they can just quickly check who they are. They are. And they'll all be receiving one of those greatest hits videos. All right. Very quickly, a couple of other things then. The telephone number with ideas. The telephone number, if you want to vote in the video top 10, is 021 622 5244. And the address, ever so quickly, for ideas and letters and things. Here it comes. We're the Saturday Starship. We're PO Box 161. We're Birmingham B1 1TY. Now it's time to go down to Earth once more very quickly.
Welcome back down to home base here on Earth. We've been seeing some very exciting stunts today from the Dangerous Sports Club, but of course what you've actually seen here is only a small part of their work. They spent a lot of time preparing, making sure that things are as absolutely safe as they possibly can be. Now, so of course you at home mustn't try any of these things at all. They're far too dangerous. We're now going to see a first. Conrad Freeman is now going to jump from his 200-foot crane with a parachute. The very best of luck to him. Take it away, Conrad. He's got no safety nets at all. The first time anybody has actually jumped with a parachute, and is hopefully going to go down 200 feet onto the ground. There he goes. Very well done. Conrad, very well done indeed. That was excellent. Why on earth do you do it?
Well, it's a dirty, thankless job, but someone's got to do it.
Right, so we can't expect Santa dropping in for Christmas there, can we?
Just getting into practice.
Right.
It's the reindeers next time.
Lovely. And of course, don't try it at home. They're all nutters, but you mustn't do it. Back to the Starship.
I've got all the right makeup and I've got all the right stuff. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm feeling slightly rough. I found myself a nightclub, it's alternative and free. But every single person there has got a copy of me. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, louder. La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. When the sun goes down on the old King's Road, and the clothes shops close, and the folks go home, and you're all alone on the old King's Road. When the sun goes down on the old King's Road, and the clothes shops close, and the folks go home, when you're all alone on the old King's Road. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. When the sun goes down on the old King's Road, and the clothes shops close, and the folks go home. When the sun goes down on the old King's Road, and the clothes shops close, and the folks go home. I don't wanna be responsible or respectable like me. I just wanna be myself and not be part of the machine. I don't wanna be the army or the VIP Rose. I just wanna talk about myself and my good taste in clothes. When you're all alone on the old King's Road, when you're all alone on the old King's Road, one more time when you're all alone on the old King's Road.
Terry and Jerry, it was with that. Thanks to them for that. I bet you, I know how sharp-eyed you are. You thought you saw Bonnie leaving at the end. That's because she raced up to the control room here, because there's somebody who wants to say hello
Well,
to.
I just wanted to say hello to Susie Matthews at Chailey Heritage Hospital.
Nice one.
Yeah.
All right,
Must
thanks
say
very
hello
much
to her.
indeed for that. A couple of other quick hellos and that. There was a quick happy birthday to Ian Simpson, who lives in Winchborough. And I want to say get well soon to a football team called Gateshead. Up there in the northeast, they've been playing hard in the Gola League all season. They haven't won a game yet.
Aw.
So watch out for the football
Never
results a
mind.
little bit
Keep
later
on
on
trying.
tonight. Right, very quickly, see you at the usual time next week. We'll have a look again at that marvellous, most incredible stunt I've seen on the box ever right now. And one serious word of warning, honestly, don't jump off anything. Really,
no.
don't jump off anything.
No, no, no.
Because this guy's a professional, and what a pro.
Yeah. Bye.
Saturday Starship.
We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas!
Got him, Ross. Now, Everybody follow, right?
Everybody joining in, right?
Smiling as well.
It's a rehearsal, right?
We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! And a Happy New Year! Ho, 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 ho.
Once more then, here we go.
We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! We wish you a Merry Christmas! And a Happy New Year! Ho, 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 ho.
Merry Christmas, everybody!